പരിശ്രമിക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായിക്കൊണ്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ഇത്തരം ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് സെഷനും ഇന്ന് ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. എന്തായാലും ഇനി കൂടുതലൊന്നും സംസാരിക്കുന്നില്ല. അഡ്മിഷൻ്റെ തിരക്കുകൾ ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് ഉണ്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഇത്തരം പ്രോഗ്രാമുകൾ, അങ്ങനെ മൊത്തം ഒരു ടൈറ്റ് ഷെഡ്യൂളാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ കൂടുതലൊന്നും സംസാരിക്കാതെ എൻ്റെ കർത്തവ്യത്തിലേക്ക് കടക്കുകയാണ്. എല്ലാ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസിനെയും ഈ ഒരു ചടങ്ങിലേക്ക് പ്രത്യേകം സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ചടങ്ങ് ഔപചാരികമായി ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യും. ഈ ഒരു പരിപാടിക്ക് എല്ലാവിധ ആശംസകളും നേർന്നുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു all.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I invite Dr. Hasina, IQAC coordinator, to say a few words.
Good morning. So good morning, respected principal, librarian, and our respected beloved resource person, Jasseemuddin sir, and my dear students. Today we have a very good presentation and very good class on academic writing by the resource person, academic web search strategies and publication misconduct and academic publishing trends. നമുക്കറിയാം ഇന്നത്തെ ഒരു സിറ്റുവേഷനിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ആവശ്യമുള്ള ഒരു ടോപ്പിക്കാണ് പബ്ലിക്കേഷൻ എത്തിക്സും അക്കാഡമിക് വെബ് സെർച്ച് സ്ട്രാറ്റജീസും. ലൈബ്രറിയുടെ ഇനീഷ്യേറ്റീവോട് കൂടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഈ ഒരു ലൈബ്രറി വിത്ത് IQAC ഇനീഷ്യേറ്റീവോട് കൂടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഈ 2 ദിവസം നടത്തുന്ന ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം, പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് ഇന്നത്തെ റിസർച്ച് ബേസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ PhD റിസർച്ച് സ്കോളേഴ്സിനോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതുപോലുള്ള എല്ലാ സ്റ്റുഡൻസ് കാറ്റഗറീസിനും ടീച്ചിങ് ഫാക്കൽറ്റീസിനും എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉപകാരപ്രദമാവട്ടെ എന്ന് ഞാൻ ആശംസിക്കുകയാണ്. താങ്ക് യു.
Okay, once again, welcome for those who have joined with us just now. Now, I would like to introduce our resource person, Mr. Jasseemuddin, librarian at St. Stephen's College, Uravur. Sir, as mentioned in your blog, a good librarian is a friend, philosopher, and a guide. And these 3 words perfectly suit you. Other than being a librarian, he is a team member of India Knowledge Collective, team member at Collective Open Data Distribution Kerala, Kerala COVID-19 Tracker, advisor of Mendeley Reference Management Software, executive editor and web admin of Health Infonet e-learning portal and website, and of course a prolific speaker. We are lucky to have you as the resource person, sir, and we are all eager to hear from you. Now let's get started. I invite Mr. Jasseemuddin to present today's session on academic web search strategies.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today I am going to speak to you about academic web search strategies. We all are good searchers for searching academic information, but right from the beginning, I would like to share an example of a person who is an effective searcher, and then we can compare our searching capabilities and the searching capabilities of the person whom I am going to introduce. I am sharing the screen. And this is a newspaper article which appeared in New York Times, and it is a character study about a person. And he is that person, Matthew J. Boylan, and he is a research librarian at New York Public Library. See, it's a world daily New York Times. And why a character study has appeared in New York Times? Just because he's a librarian who answers about 300 questions per day from the academics of United States of America, and he is known as magician because of his capabilities of answering very precisely the questions asked by the academics there. And this is an interview by New York Times, and he answers how he answers to the 300 requests per day precisely. And the answer he gives is, in a certain sense, the work I do begins where the internet ends. That means there is an end to internet. Certain things you cannot find with Google. And that's the message I have to share with you. And he says certain things you cannot find with Google. And how is our searching? When we get a topic, we used to go take a browser Then we search using the simple keywords. Some websites will be displayed. We go through some of them and we will collect our information, and it satisfies our information need. Normally, we depend upon Google. That means our search begins with Google and ends with Google. And what Matthew J. Boylan says, certain things you cannot find with Google. And that's the crux. And Google says Google is only capable of indexing some 20 to 30% of the World Wide Web. That means if there are 100 web pages in World Wide Web, Google is only able to index 20 to 30 pages among those 100 pages. And Google is not capable of indexing that 70 pages. And suppose the most important and relevant information is on the 70th page, 75th page, 99th page. You and I are going to miss that relevant information. That's the problem. Then Matthew J. Boylan continues. I sit near millions of books and I have access to 650 databases above and beyond the open internet. That's another thing. First point he says is that certain things you cannot find with Google. And second thing is he sits near millions of books and he has access to 650 databases above and beyond the open internet. That means he has access to what subscribed content of 650 databases, and this 650 databases what includes all the subject domains of the universe of knowledge. Suppose it is physics, chemistry, biology, etc., etc., and all the relevant or authentic information from all these subject disciplines are included in this 650 databases, and he has access to those 650 databases. I think I am audible, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
it's
fine.
audible.
Okay. The third point Boylan says is that, see, he had assisted with more than 20 books for authors who want context and flavor and background and details, things that Google doesn't give you. That also signifies the point that everything cannot be accessed through Google. Oh, okay, then 3 points. You cannot find certain things with Google. Matthew J. Boylan has access to more than 650 databases. And the final thing is Google doesn't gives everything you need. That's the point. Okay, and there starts the importance of learning advanced web search strategies. I think you have got the point. I have prepared 3 PPTs, and the time is limited to share all those PPTs and explain all those things contained in that. I have shared the PPT with the organizers, so the participants most probably will get that PPTs. You have to go through that, and you can ask any doubts in the after the session or after the 2-day session. We can create a WhatsApp group for discussion. We can continue the discussion so that we can enhance our academic searching capabilities within 2 or 3 months. I think so. I'm sharing the PPT, the first one, which says about search tools. PPT is visible there, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Before searching, you have to understand the basic difference between these three things. One is internet, second one World Wide Web, and third one is search engine. The first 2 items, internet and World Wide Web, we used to നമ്മൾ സിനോണിമസ് ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്ന രണ്ടും ഒന്നാണ് എന്ന രീതിക്ക് പറയുന്ന സാധനങ്ങളാണ് ഇന്റർനെറ്റ് ആൻഡ് വേൾഡ് വൈഡ് വെബ്. ആൻഡ് ദ തേർഡ് വൺ ഈസ് സെർച്ച് എഞ്ചിൻ. ആൻഡ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദിസ് ഇന്റർനെറ്റ്? The internet provides the electronic communication infrastructure. The web uses the infrastructure to find and display information from a variety of sources. That's the difference. Internet is only an electronic communication infrastructure, and the web or the World Wide Web uses this infrastructure to find and display information from a variety of sources. That's the difference. Actually, in 1970s, Tim Berners-Lee invented this World Wide Web. And we know there are several versions of web 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, etc. That means in the beginning it was only static web. That means only text was there in the web pages. And when later Web 2.0, 3.0, etc. came up, and we can now multimedia integration is possible. We can chat, we can give our comments. So many facilities are there in the advanced web. And the third version of web is known as solid. Now it is not yet came to the scene, and it is called solid. That means privacy issues are taken care of in solid web. And now we have only general web and semantic web, and the third on the future development of web is solid technology. Then what is search engine? A search engine is a large database of web page files. Search engines use programs called spiders or bots to crawl through web pages, index the information, and add it to the search engine index. That means we are giving some keywords, simple keywords to Google, and the Google will give us the results. How it happens? In the back end of Google, there are programs called spiders or robot, and they used to roam through the World Wide Web each and every day, and they collect information from web pages or websites. That means metadata is collected, and they create an index in the back end of Google. So Google's backend has an index of the details of website or web pages in the World Wide Web. When you give a keyword, it searches its index and gives us results. Then that's how this search engine works. And the capability of each search engine differs. When you use a search engine like Google, Yahoo, Ask, AltaVista, etc., you are asking it to scan its index of sites and match your keywords and phrases with those in the text of documents within its database. That's I already mentioned. Then sometimes we used to see irrelevant results in our search results, right? It is because this search engine index has lots of items. The thing we used to get may not understood by the search engine, so irrelevant results may sometimes will come up. And this is an important thing. No two search engines are exactly alike in terms of size, speed and content, ranking schemes, and search options. That's a very important thing you have to understand. We are only familiar with Google or some other general search engines, and we are not familiar with lot other search engines. That there lies the problem. See, no two search engines are exactly alike in terms of size, speed and content, ranking schemes, and search options. I will show an example. See, I'm taking a Google's page. I am giving the keyword deep sea, Mannarkkad. See, the first page displayed, then some YouTube videos, etc., etc., etc. See, I am taking another search engine, and its name is Wolfram Alpha, and it's also a search engine. I'm giving the same keyword. My speed is very slow here. Deep sea. I'm giving the same keyword, and it will display the result. The first definition, assuming deep is referring to bodies of water, then see a tabular result is displayed. Sea of Azov, Solomon Sea, then shallowest, deepest, median, the range of depth of deep sea, then some histograms, rank curve is given, then see a tabular form of result is given, Sea of Azov, Bohai Sea, Arabian Sea, and the depth, average depth of those places are given. See what Google displayed, something textual information, then some YouTube videos, etc. And which one you will prefer? You will get the information at a glance from a single page from when you give the keyword in Wolfram Alpha, and you will not get that in when you search with Google. And that this says no two search engines are exactly alike in terms of size, speed and content, ranking schemes, and search options. And you have to remember one thing, a search engine cannot think of you. It is not aware of who is searching. Then It cannot understand what you mean by your concept or terms. ബുദ്ധി ഇല്ലാത്തൊരു സാധനമാണ് സെർച്ച് എഞ്ചിൻ. നമ്മൾ എന്താണ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് സെർച്ച് എഞ്ചിൻ അറിയില്ല. It cannot understand what you mean by your keywords, and it can only match the words you choose. So the most paramount thing is, important thing is the words you choose to search. And this I already mentioned, no single search engine can access the entire web, and Google can search only 30 to 35 or 20 to 30% of web, and the information you retrieve will depend upon the search engine or the engines and the search terms you use. Remember that. So before start searching with a search engine, you have to go to its home page and look for the help, tips or FAQ page, and you will get an awareness what is the capacity of that search engine, what it really indexes, what the index of that search engine contains, and which subject area it is specialized. For example, if you give a keyword on what common cold in a health search engine, you will get relevant results, authentic result, authoritative results in the first pages itself when you search common cold using a health search engine. But if you search common cold in Google or Yahoo, you will get a generalized results. That's the difference. Then how to make effective searching? First, you have to analyze your research topic, and how to find a research topic and how to find a research gap is a different session, and it's a different topic, so there is no time to discuss here. Suppose you have the research topic with you, then first take time to think about exactly what you are looking for. That means be specific. Then write out your topic in the form of a sentence or a question to help clarify exactly what type of information you need. These are the two things you have to do before searching. Be specific first, then you have to write down your topic in the form of a sentence or a question. Then I would like to share with you two examples here. See, I want to research on a topic, dyslexia, means difficulty in reading, that is dyslexia. See, we have to brainstorm ourselves. What do you want to know? Is it the extent of the problem? That means statistics, how much it is prevalent here. Then is that the signs and symptoms of dyslexia? Then what is its effect on learning, or how to help someone with dyslexia, what age group, etc. These are some of the questions we used to brainstorm ourselves before searching on the topic dyslexia. This is another example. Suppose you want to research on the phenomenon of driving in the elderly population. See, what are all the questions we can brainstorm? What are all the physical changes that affect the elderly? How many elderly still drive? It's the statistics of that. Any laws that limit driving based on age, then advantages and disadvantages of driving after a certain age. Once you identify your topic, break down it into key concept of points. I have break down the key concept of dyslexia and driving in elderly population in the previous slides. I think you got it. Then write down all the keywords and phrases that best describe your topic. Then think of synonyms or related terms for each concept or point. Then consider spelling variations as well as the singular and plural of the words. For example, the same examples once again. If writing about dyslexia in the adult population, consider the terms such as dyslexia, reading disorder, it's a related term. Then developmental reading disorder, a synonym or a related term it is. Then learning disability. And for adults, we used to refer adults as adults, mature individuals, etc., etc. So break down that concept into related terms or synonyms. Then the example of driving in elderly, see, drive, automobile driving, car driving, auto driving. For elderly, we used to refer them as old, aged, geriatric, elder, older, adult, aging, etc. The words you use will determine the information you find. That means if you search with all these related terms, synonyms or different terms, you will get different results. That's the point. When you get different results, you will get different information. You will get an exhaustive picture of what actually it means. And after reading all those things in an in-depth matter, you can find the research gap, you can fine-tune your research gap, and there lies the crux of effective academic web searching. Then, using different words in your search result may give you additional information. See, when you give the simple keyword, suppose you are giving the simple keyword dyslexia, it will produce enormous amount of result, 3 crore, 4 crore something, and majority of them will be what? Irrelevant and unimportant, most probably. See, always use a multiple keyword search to retrieve focused results. That's a take-home point, take-home message. Always use multiple keyword search rather than using a simple keyword. For example, see, elderly driving laws. It contains 3 words. Now, when using a multiple keyword search, put the most important keywords first. That is another thing. Use a multiple keyword search, then put the most important keywords first. You will get relevant results in the first search output results. Then the second thing, use double quotes. When you use the multiple keyword search, then use the double quotes when you use multiple keyword searching. For example, nursing care plans versus nursing care plans will give different results. Most probably, when you give the keyword nursing care plans with double quotes, you will get authoritative, authentic results in the first result itself. The second thing, World Health Organization versus World Health Organization. The double quotes is there, the same thing happens. You can refine and improve your search by using different techniques to broaden or narrow down your search results. See, this is another tip, plus sign, minus sign. Plus sign is to add something and minus is to exclude something. For example, dog plus cat minus kitten. It will give results of web pages where there is no mentioning of kitten. Patti plus പൂച്ച minus പൂച്ചക്കുട്ടി. വെബ് പേജുകളിൽ പൂച്ചക്കുട്ടി എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പേജുകളൊന്നും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കിട്ടില്ല. This is plus and minus. Then lowercase, uppercase, and there was a time when search engine used to identify the capital and small letters, but now the search engine is able to identify. There is no problem in giving capital or small. They will identify it, the concept. Then Boolean searching, and this is one of the major search strings the academicians not use regularly. They are not aware of this Boolean searching. That is the first thing, and they will not use this search strings in their search mechanisms or search experiences, just because they don't know what is this Boolean searching. And this is one of the most powerful search strategy that can be used to search academic databases to get relevant results. And the Boolean search strings are and, or not. The and is used to what? Narrows down your search. For example, heart and lung, newborn and infant, dyslexia and adults. For example, heart and lung. When you use the keyword heart plus the Boolean operator and plus lung, this lung, you will get web pages where heart and lung are mentioned equally, or the same page, where the pages where heart and lung are mentioned equally, or it will appear in the same place. And you will not get web pages where there is mentioning of lung only or heart only. And this is the use of and operator. Or is used to broaden your search. You will get enormous number of results when you use the search string or. Then not is used to exclude something. For example, lung disease, not smoking. You will get web pages where there will be mentioning of lung diseases, and it will not mention lung diseases due to smoking. And this is not operator. And or not. I think there is an example in my home page. I will show, just a minute. Boolean example. Okay, fine. How to use this Boolean operator in a database. See, you will get surprised when you see how this and or not can be used in the search string while you search academic database. And this is an example from Medline. See, melatonin, it is in the parenthesis, then and, then again it's in the bracket, depression or depressive disorders or mood disorders or depressive symptoms. See the same words, related terms, etc. there. And again an and, therapeutics or treatment, and asterisk sign is the here, truncation. Then or effect. See, this is how this search string can be used to retrieve effective information from academic database. See another example, and it is a real world example in PubMed. See the length of the search string. I think you and I are not familiar with any of these search string till date. See, child, then or adolescents, pediatric, mental illness, mental disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. See how much how much length it is. See, when you give a search keywords like this, most probably you will get 100 or 200 results, and all the results will be most probably highly authentic and authoritative. That's the difference. And this is how this search Boolean search strings can be used for effective retrieval of information. Then some additional search techniques you may find useful is truncation and wildcards. Example, see, truncation. You have to use this asterisk sign, question mark sign, or dollar at the end of the word, and it will retrieve all forms of the word. For example, the example is allergy is given here. Allergy dollar. It will yield results allergy, allergic, allergen, etc. Gastro. After gastro, give the asterisk sign. It will yield gastroenteritis, gastrointestinal, gastroenterologist, etc. Then what is wild card? See the example, woman, WOM question mark, then N, and it will yield both woman and women, and this is wild card. I think in the Boolean operator example, just I displayed in the PDF PubMed example, there is this question mark and asterisk, right? And this is how effective search can be done. And you have to remember one thing, the symbols used may be vary depending on the database or search engine you are using. See, a number of search engines are there, more than 650 academic databases are there. So each one has its own capabilities and its own search criteria, so it may differ sometimes. And I would suggest to the participant, particularly students, you just search different types of search engines. Then you will get a results from Wikipedia, and you can, at least it will around 240 search engines are documented in Wikipedia page, and go through all the search engines, try to access them, try to give keywords, simple keyword, multiple keywords with the double quotes, plus sign, and or not, etc. And you will get aware, you will be aware of how the search output appear, the difference in the appearing of search outputs, and within 2-3 months you will become a bully in searching. Then remember, there is no right or wrong approach in searching. It depends upon the topic you choose. Then for the students and for the research scholars and myself, the time you have, but never wait until the last minute. Don't procrastinate. For example, the research scholars used to have a hurry-burry in the last 6 months of their submission. Students have a hurry-burry in the last 3 days or last week of submission of their degree project or PG dissertation. So don't wait until the last minute. Start searching, effective searching right from the beginning of the academic career, or at least for degree students in the third or in the fifth sem itself, and for the PG students for the beginning of the fourth sem itself. And for the research scholars, it's start from the beginning itself. And these are the some of the tips I have to share on effective searching. Then I will show you some other examples of how you can increase the capability of the search strategies. I think it's this PPT. I think I am clearly audible there, right?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, fine. Advanced academic web search strategies. And the first thing before start searching is to find a topic. I'm not elaborating on how to find a topic, but just mentioning. See, if you want to find a topic, ask experts, and it's the easiest way. For example, the example come across my mind is of Dr. Manmohan Singh when demonetization was declared, and he said in the parliament that there would be a 2% dip in the GDP, and he said it in 2016. And none agreed to him. There were debates around that, that demonetization will boost economy. But in 2018, a paper came, and it was by Geeta Kobida, the current IMF premier president. And in her paper, he what concluded from the data she collected that there was a dip in GDP by 2% in the last quarter of 2016. So experts know, they can identify the gaps very easily, and that's one example came across my mind. So if you want to find a topic, ask the experts in that field. You can get the topic and then start searching. Then another easy way is to, and if you do not find any experts in or domain expert in that field, refer some sources, and the most appropriate one would be a thesis. And look in the sections areas of further study or limitation, and there the researcher probably would document the areas of further study, and from there you can find the research gap. And in the limitation also you can find the signpost for finding a research gap. Or if you have strong analytical skill, and if you have a topic that strongly interests you, do a web search. And look for disagreement. Disagreement means it keeps the research gap open. When there is a disagreement between domain experts on a particular topic, it says that it keeps the research gap open, and there is a scope for studying to find out the truth behind the disagreement. And this is particularly for the research scholars I am talking. So always try to find the disagreements. See, this is an example, an awkward example, really, but see, the first paper is from Christian Anderson and his colleagues. They are evolutionary biologists. They are from Scripps Research Institute, which is one of the premier institutes in medicine, and the last word in some medical field. So they published an article in May 2020, I think so. And this paper, the proximal origin of SARS-CoV-2, and there was a debate that it may be a lab engineered one, so it may be created in lab. So there was a controversy, and this paper nipped the argument or the controversy in the bud itself, that this SARS-CoV-2 virus is a naturally originated one, not a laboratory originated one. And this paper concluded, it appeared in Nature Medicine. Then the other three papers or the website links, these also written by experts in or domain experts in that field, and they argues that it is not easy to distinguish between a virus that is engineered in the lab and a naturally occurring one. There is a chance, and we are not able to ascertain whether it is lab derived one or naturally origin. We can increase the infectivity of virus in the lab itself. And the fourth example, gain of function research, and this gain of function actually intends to increase the infectivity of viruses in the lab by the scientist. And if you go through this link, you can find the details of gain of function research. And in USA, in 2012 and in 2015, during that time, the infectivity of viruses were increased, and the papers were published in reputed journals. So see, there is a disagreement. We can find a disagreement. That means it can be a naturally originated one, and it could be also a lab generated one. So there is a disagreement. So you can further find the research gap in those agreements, and you can continue your studies or research in that area. This is one awkward example just for your information. Then the topic you choose must be a creative one. It should not be a broad one. That's very important. And know your subject classification. For knowing your subject classification, go to the library, get the subject classification scheme from there. You can get the broad area, then the other narrower areas on a domain. For example, there is a subject classification scheme called a Dewey Decimal Classification. It classifies the universe of knowledge from 000 to 999. You can see all the subjects, major broad areas, sub areas in that classification scheme. So go to the library and ask the librarian. And find a topic which interests you, and it should be a creative one, and it should be not a broad one. How to narrow down a topic? It's for students and not for the research scholars. How to narrow down a topic? First, identify a geographical context, then historical context, biological, then you apply it to the question you wrote down before you start searching. For example, just a simple example, suppose a broad area, environmental science is a broad area, Paristhiti Shastram. It's a broad area. You cannot research on a topic which is very broad, environmental science, environmental impacts of CO2 emission in the whole world. It's a broad area. So narrow down it. How to narrow down this environmental science? You may narrow down it as deforestation. It's a subdomain or a subtopic under the main broad area of environmental science. Then ask the question. Deforestation is the narrowed down the area. Then you have to ask who, what, where, when, why, how, and what after, and so many questions you have to ask. Who did this deforestation? What is actually deforestation? Where deforestation happened? When it happened? Why it is happening? How it is happening? And what is the after effect of deforestation? And that's the one example. And if you ask these questions, if you brainstorm with the questions, you will get a lot of related terms, synonyms, concepts, etc., so that you can identify the dependent, independent, mediating variable, extraneous variable, etc., etc. The variables you can identify, and the variables can be made into a concept map, so you can start your research then. See one more example. Effects of deforestation in gorillas in Africa. Africa is a broad area. Gorilla is a broad area. Deforestation is the narrowed area. Effects is also a broad area. Add a biological context to it. Current effects. See, effects, current effects. We have added a what? Geographical context. Historical context. Then deforestation, we retained it as deforestation. Then gorillas, we narrowed down it to mountain gorillas. See, then Africa is broad one, we narrowed down it to southwest Uganda. And here is your topic: current effects of deforestation on the mountain gorillas in southwest Uganda. We added geographical, historical, and biological context to the broad area question, and we narrowed it down. Then you start searching. Another example, study of marketing practices of non-governmental organizations in Kottayam district. See, NGOs, then marketing practices, then Kottayam district. Study of, we can narrow down again into study of marketing practices during COVID time of non-governmental organizations in Kottayam district. Suppose you are a PG student, we can take this topic. Suppose you are researching in a topic, we are a PhD scholar, study of marketing practices of non-governmental organizations during COVID era in Kerala or in India or different in South Indian states. You can broaden it a little bit more. Say, these are all manual things you have to do. Is there any softwares for you to find these topics? And here two examples is given. One is Gale Topic Finder. It's a subscribed one. Answer the Public is a free one. You can search to a minimum 3 or 4 keywords you can search, and it will give a search output, and you can find the concept or variables or related terms, synonyms, etc. with a single search. I will show the example. Answer the Public website. It is a subscribed content also. You may have to give around $100 per month to see. This is the website. Suppose I am giving the keyword trade war, Vyabara Yuddham. I have given the keyword trade war, then click the search button. See, the website is generating questions. What questions? What, where, when, why, who, what after, etc., etc. It's generating questions. Wait for some time. 70 questions were generated by this Answer the Public. And what are all the questions? See, trade war in the middle. Then what or who. See, who will win trade war with China? Who will win trade war? Who won the trade war with China? That the who questions. Then what? What is trade war? Then what does trade war with China mean? What causes trade war? What started the trade war? Then what trade war means? So many questions. Around 70 questions were generated with a single click from Answer the Public. And if you go through all the 70 questions, you will clearly get the concepts related to trade war. You can identify the variables. Then after identifying the variables, you can relate each variables, which variable is dependent variable, which one is independent variable, which is moderating variable, which is intervening variable, which is extraneous variable, etc. And if you are able to identify the different types of variable, and if you are able to connect the variables together in a concept map, you have the hypothesis, H0, H1, etc. Then start. This is how topics can be found out. So topics can be found and research can be done. Okay, fine. I think you have got it. Then search the different authentic websites on a topic. For example, business.com. It will list, or it will it will display latest information on the trends on business topics. And if you follow the website for some days or for some months, you will get a picture of what goes around the business world. And probably if you have analytical skills, you can find a topic from that business.com website. And this is same to all subjects. Now, for example, suppose you are a science student. You and I are using Facebook regularly, right? Just click or like a alert page in Facebook. For example, science, nature, etc. They have Facebook pages. Just go to their Facebook page and click the like button. And in your timeline, research from, or the research out from various institutions or universities will be captured as minute news articles, and it will be displayed on your timeline. If you go through that news, you can find what they found out and what are the implications of that research. And many a times you can find at least 2 or 3 research gaps in a subject alert in Facebook or in any other academic groups. Then another example is find out a subject dictionary. You can find the topics from A to Z on that topic, and if you can find a most interested topic, just go through A to Z. You can find a topic. Okay, commerce, financial management. You are not interested in financial management. Then international business. Okay, you are interested in international business, so select one. Further research on that topic, you can find a narrow topic and you can start searching on that, and that's your research topic or the research gap. Then I explained in detail about web searching in the first slide. And see, what are all the tools available for searching? We know only Google, but it is not the final tool. N number of tools are there. See the classification: general search engine, meta search engine, deep web search engine, academic search engine, then academic databases. Academic databases, it's around 650. Then academic search engines, what is it? First one is general search engine: Google, Yahoo, Alta Vista, Lycos, etc. So just search the Google and find out how many general search engines are there. Each search engine has different capabilities, so try to find out the capabilities of each search engine. Then second, meta search engine. It's another type of search engine. What actually it does? Meta search engine do not have an index of its own. Normally, it collects the results from various other general search engines and combines it, and it will display it in a different format, so that we can get more efficient and centralized searching results. That what meta search engine claims. For example, നിങ്ങളുടെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു സംശയം ഉണ്ടായി, ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു കൊമേഴ്സ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിൽ ഒരു സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആദ്യം പോയി HOD ചോദിക്കുന്നു, പിന്നെ മറ്റൊരു ടീച്ചറിന്റെ ചോദിക്കുന്നു, പിന്നെ മറ്റൊരു ടീച്ചറിന്റെ ചോദിക്കുന്നു. അങ്ങനെ 3-4 പേര് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും അവരുടേതായ നോളജ് ബേസ് അനുസരിച്ച് കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞു തരും. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കൃത്യമായ ഒരു അവബോധം ഉണ്ടാവാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. And that's exactly what meta search engine does. It will go to other general search engines and search engines which are capable of extracting search outputs, and it will recombines the total output in a different manner, and it will present it in a different pattern. That meta search engine does. Then what is deep web search engine? And deep web search engines are those areas in the World Wide Web which cannot be accessed through browsers, general search engines or browsers, and that's known as deep web search engine. Suppose you are researching on a topic, drug purchase behavior of college students in Ernakulam district, and if you want to know exactly how these students purchase drug in online environment, you have to have the knowledge about deep web. In deep web, just like Amazon in the surface web, there is a marketplace known as Dream Marketplace, and it cannot be accessed using normal browsers, Google Chrome, then Mozilla Firefox. You cannot access that Dream Marketplace using that browsers. You have to use another browser known as Tor browser, Tor. And if you use Tor browser, you can access Dream Marketplace, and you can create a user ID password in Dream Marketplace. And if you search in Dream Marketplace, you can buy cocaine, marijuana, arms, illegal items, etc. from Dream Marketplace. And this is what is deep web. So just for your information, there is an area called deep web. Just understand that. Don't go to Dream Marketplace and buy marijuana. Then academic search engine. Academic search engines are different from general search engine. The familiar example is Google and Google Scholar. Google is a general search engine and Google Scholar is an academic search engine. I will show the demo of Google Scholar, how we can retrieve effective academic information from Google Scholar at the end of this PPT. Then academic databases. In the Matthew J. Boylan example, which appeared in the New York Times magazine, you can see 650 databases are there. So each year some will increase and some will decrease. These are the examples of search engines, general, Google, Yahoo, Wolfram Alpha. I showed the example of Google and Wolfram Alpha with the keyword deep sea and how the result differs. Then meta search engine. Examples are Dogpile, Clasty, Metacrawler, Kartu, Itaki, etc. Then deep web, DuckDuckGo, Yippee, Onion, URL repository, etc. Deep web search engines. Then Google Scholar, Microsoft Academic Search, and the third one, see, Synapse.io. I think you are hearing it for the first time. Synapse.io. It's an academic search engine, and it claims that it is more effective than this Google Scholar and Microsoft Academic search engine. So try using Synapse.io in your future search endeavors, and you can find, most probably you can find much effective, more reliable information from Synapse.io rather than using this Google Scholar or Microsoft Academic Search. Then academic databases. What is academic databases? Just a minute. Okay, what is academic database? See the example, the link of commerce database only I have given here. Just click that link. You can see a page. I think the page is visible over there. Somebody please respond. Is this visible over there? Dalhousie University, Dalhousie Libraries.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, fine. See the subtopics of commerce: accounting, company research, entrepreneurship, finance, industry, research, international. If you give the keyword physics or give the keyword chemistry or the topic of your choice, you can find these types of information sources in the web from where you can find the details of academic search engines or subscribed contents. For example, see the core journals in finance, the dictionaries and encyclopedias and handbooks in finance. Then the databases from where you can access reliable finance information: ABI Inform Collection, Business Source Complete, Factiva, CBCA Complete, Thomson One. And if you are searching on company financials, you can get that data from Merchant Online, Cedar, Factiva, Thomson One, etc., etc., etc. So these are all the web search strategies you have to use for accessing effective information from the web. And these are all the signposts, and if you spend some time by using these search techniques, within 2 or 3 months, you will become an expert in academic search engine. And after 3 years, when a topic comes to your mind, normally an intuitive reasoning will come or produced in your mind. You will get that result, more relevant result from if you use signups.io. And if you search that with health line, you will get most authentic result. In that way, there will be an automatic response in your mind that you can get more relevant information from that search engine, those search engine, etc. And this is the way to do effective searching. I'm showing the example of Google Scholar. See, Google Scholar is the academic search engine which is used extensively by academics nowadays, but some are not aware of some of the features of Google Scholar. For example, I'm giving the keyword nanotechnology in Google Scholar. See, the first result is from Elsevier, that is an international publishing group. The second one is from, it's a book. Third one is from American Chemical Society publication. Fourth one is a book. Then fifth one is from Nature. See, all are relevant results. See the years: 2008, 2003, 2009, then 2017, 2006. That means there is a marked difference between the year of publication of those results. And how this happens? Because these pages or these documents are the most widely accessed document by the users. That's why these results are appeared on the top of the search result. And if you are a research scholar, suppose you want to write the review of literature chapter, normally if you want to document the results in an year wise, there is an option in Google Scholar. See on the left side, students please note, there is an option in Google Scholar. See, I'm clicking the since 2020. See the results now. The results are from 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020. See, the items published about nanotechnology in 2020. So, see the since 2090 seats are from 2019. See, in this way, you can find the documents published in an year. So, you can collect the data in year wise. And it will be easy for the research scholars to write the review of literature chapter by arranging it in year wise result. Suppose you want to get, suppose you are doing a historical research. Is there any research on research was done on nanotechnology before the independence of India? Just see the custom range option. See, it is there. See, just give the custom range 1945 to 1947, before the independence of India. Is there any research on nanotechnology done? Yes. See the principles and practices of tropical medicine, and there will be mentioning of nanotechnology will be there. See, so many results came. So this is how this custom range can be used to get details of documents on a particular domain year wise. And one of the exciting features of Google Scholar is to create alert option. Just click the alert option. See, the alert query will be automatically displayed there because I searched with the simple keyword nanotechnology, and there will be a field to document or enter your email ID. Then create alert option. If I click this create alert button, from tomorrow onwards, I will get details of web pages in which there will be mentioning of nanotechnology. And what is the use of this? Suppose your research topic is effects of deforestation on mountain gorillas in southwest Uganda. You have to create at least 5 alerts. One, mountain gorilla. Second one, mountain gorillas in southwest Uganda. Deforestation, mountain gorilla, etc. In that way, create separate alerts. then tomorrow onwards, you will get at least 5 or 10 emails per day, or when web pages appears or someone talks about mountain gorillas in Uganda, that result will be automatically delivered to your email by Google Scholar, if it is indexed in Google Scholar, and that's the result. And this is particularly useful for teachers. For example, suppose each day you are dealing with different topics, so create alerts on the topics you are teaching. Hello, sound or anything ingottu kekkallo? Is it visible over there, audible over there?
Yes, sir. Now it is audible.
Okay, fine. So if you are a teacher or a faculty member or a research scholar, try to create alert on different keywords of your interest, so that you will get updates on each and every keyword to your email. And if you go through that website or the information bits you are receiving in your email, you will be a domain expert in that field, and you will be an updated faculty member, an updated research scholar in that field, so that everyone will depend upon you for getting updates on that domain. And this is the most easiest way to get updated with developments in a field. See, another alert option is in databases. Suppose you are a chemistry faculty member. SciFinder Scholar is one of the prominent databases in chemistry. Go to SciFinder. It's a subscribed one. So first you have to go register in that from an institution where it has subscription. Create alert in SciFinder. And when new developments comes, normally SciFinder will index that information because it is updated daily. SciFinder Scholar is updation periodicity is per day. So what are all the changes or the developments coming in chemistry field, biological, biochemical field, etc. will be updated daily in Google SciFinder Scholar, and you are able to get update on that in your email the same day itself or the same moment itself, and SciFinder will send you alert on that. That means you are keeping in touch with updates in that field. This is database alerts. Okay, these are some of the techniques you can adopt to get effective search results. And I will show some more examples with Google. See, Google, I took a page, I am giving a keyword, what? Nano technology. The simple keyword. See how much results are there. 4 crore 96 lakhs results are there. That means in World Wide Web there are 4 crore 96 web pages which has mentioning or indication of nanotechnology. How many purpose, how many website you and I will visit? 10 or 20 most probably. And suppose the most authentic information is on the 100th page, on the 1000th page, or the 10,000th page, you and I are going to miss that information. So this is the problem with simple keyword searching. But see, I am giving an advanced searching syntax or strategy, file type : PDF. See the results, 2 crore 73 lakhs. It minimized to almost half, 2 crore 73 lakhs. See the first, second and third results, OECD, nano.gov, ARXIV, archive, etc., the first one, etc. These are all relevant documents, authoritative documents. So if we use this file type : PDF syntax, if you use when using simple keyword or any other search strings, you most probably you will get authoritative information in the first results itself, most probably. And there is chance of getting irrelevant results in this search string also, because web is a growing organism. Each day the various different websites are coming up, the search capabilities of a search engine matters, etc. So there is chance of getting irrelevant results also, but most probably you will get the most authoritative information in the first when you use file type : PDF. Then next one is give the keyword site : edu. See, 23 lakhs 80,000. It was around 4 crore or something, 96 lakh. Now it's only 23 lakhs. The first result from GA Tech, I think it's an university, a result from an university on nanotechnology. The second one is also an university. I think it's a university from USA. So the fourth one, see, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That means when you use the syntax site:/edu, you will get more authoritative, more authentic results. And these are all the examples. Then another one is site:/gov. This also gives you relevant results. Okay, fine. Now if you have any doubts, please put it in the chat box now. Then I will continue after 2-3 minutes. Students, please note, please put down or write down your, or any delegates can write down your doubts in the chat box. Just for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, no doubts were in the chat box. I am continuing. See, it's visible there. Question is, screen visible ആണല്ലോ അല്ലേ?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, fine. Site:/gov. These are all some of the advanced searching strategies, tips, or syntaxes you can use to get relevant results. And I will tell you some more. Give the syntaxes in text in the beginning. In text in nanotechnology, you will get 3,18,000. Then in text, then in title, TITLE. In title nanotechnology, any keyword can be used. No, any subject keyword can be used. In title nano, the results, see, 1,49,000. Then in URL, uniform resource locator, in URL, see, 7,460 results are there. So it was around 5 crore in the beginning. Now after giving different search syntaxes, and each syntaxes has its own capabilities, they will search certain strings and certain words in the indexes of Google, and it will display the result. And this is how search works. How effective searching or how effective search works. And these are all some of the points I have to share in this session, this in 1 hour session. So be experts in your search by studying all these search strings. Be good and effective searchers, so that your academic purpose will contain more solid, more authoritative knowledge, so that others will find that it is a relevant document. They will cite your work in your paper. And these are other things I have to share about this searching tips, academic searching tips. So I am winding up once again. There are general search engines, then meta search engine, deep web search engine, then academic search engine, then academic databases. 5 search points or 5 search tools. Then the search strings or advanced searching syntaxes you have to use. Site:/edu, site:/gov, file type:/pdf, in text, in title, URL, etc., etc. Then creating alerts in Google Scholar and academic databases, searching documents year-wise in Google Scholar. Then so many other things are there. Then some of the sources I have listed in this PPT, and I will share this PPT also. The PPT is around 120 slides, so it will take 2 to 3 hours for explaining it. So I am not explaining today itself. See the information search tools, then different screenshot of different or important search or academic databases or resources. See Enlist, Science Direct, Sci-Hub, Library Genesis, Book5, PDF Drive, research papers in economics, social sciences network, geographical information sources, then OECD, Grey Literature, National Portal of India, JGet Plus, JSTOR, and so many things I have took the screenshots and included in this PPT. It's more than 100 slides. It's 96, right? So I will send this PPT to all of the participants, go through it, find relevant results of your subject domain, start learning the capabilities of that resource, start searching using advanced searching strips, strings. So I'm winding up. If you have any doubts, please ask.
Thank you, sir. It was great to hear your thoughts on the topic academic web search strategies. It was very informative. Now I invite Anu Joseph ma'am, our staff secretary, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Honorable dignitaries and most distinguished guests, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of this esteemed institution. We want to express our gratitude, and it's our privilege to have such an eminent personality among us as our chief guest, Mr. Jasimuddin sir, librarian, St. Stephen College, Uravur, who spared the time from his busy schedule to grace this webinar with his extreme relevant address on academic web search strategies and enlightening us with his insightful ideas. Thank you, sir. I would take this opportunity to express my deep regards and gratitude to Dr. Jalil TK, Principal MES Kalladi College, Mannarkkad, for delivering the inaugural address and for your vision and commitment to work and its execution. High benchmark you have set for ourselves and never say die attitude help us to excel in all endeavor. Thank you, sir. A warm thanks goes to our IQAC coordinator, Dr. Hasina VA, for delivering the felicitations and for being our backbone in our endeavor and constantly motivating and inspiring us. Thank you, ma'am. Success of any great event is not possible without the dedication and hard work of the coordinating committee. So let me take a moment to acknowledge the immense contribution and unstinted help and support of our coordinating committee, especially the coordinator, Ms. Faisunisa Y, librarian, MES Kalladi College, Mannarkkad. Thank you, ma'am. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. Now, let me convey special regards to all faculty members for such an overwhelming support in all activities and programs of this institution. Finally, I would extend my wholehearted gratitude to all the participants of the webinar who attended it with great enthusiasm and made it a great event. Once again, thank you so much to all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home, keep safe. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, appo ini naale kaanam macha. Njan sign out avalla alle.
Okay. With this, we come to the end of today's session. Thank you for attending our webinar. Please fill the feedback form. It is available in the chat box. Also, the joining link for the WhatsApp group is available in the chat box. Tomorrow, same time, we have our second session, Publication Misconducts and Academic Publishing Trends. I invite you all for the session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. Bye.
Okay.